Okay, everyone, and welcome to another Thursday night classic movie reviews. Tonight I'll be reviewing the 1935 movie Bride of Frankenstein. Director is James Well. Writers Mary Shelley, William Hurlbut, John Howard, Balderston. We have a running time of just 1 hour 15 minutes. And drama horror, mixed with sci-fi. Cast, returning characters from the previous Frankenstein movie. Boris Karloff as the monster. Colin, Clive, Henry Frankenstein. Not returning from the first movie, but we got a new Elizabeth. This time she's played by Valerie Hobson. Hobson. Yeah, Elizabeth. He can record the movies, bad guy. And it's the singer is Dr. Pretorius. Pretorius, how I pronounce it. As also Lanchester as Mary starts off Shelley / the monster's mate. Gavin Gordon, Lord Bellin, Douglas Wharton as Boris Shelley. I think she's also in the first movie. O'Connor, Minnie? Yeah. Clive, Burgomaster, Hobson, Professor Butler, Hurlbut. And then a character that I thought was in the first movie. The blind old man. Opie Higgin as the Hurlbut, sorry. Charlotte Free, Carl Goods. He played, the assistant of Frankenstein in 1931. It was cool to see him back. Ringnold below Hans, Mary Gordon, Hans' wife, and darling Shepherdess, and Ted Billingham Hardwing. And I'm pretty sure he was in the other Frankenstein as well, I believe, right? Give me a second. Yep. It's just as a villager. The plot of this film, you can basically say is after the events of the first movie, Dr. Frankenstein and his monster turn out to be alive, not as killed as he previously believed. Dr. Frankenstein wants to get out of the evil experiment business, but when a mad scientist, Dr. Pretorius, kidnaps his wife, Elizabeth, Dr. Frankenstein agrees to help him create a new creature, a woman, to be the companion of the monster. Okay? First I'll start with pros. That is no. There's no cons. Frankly, this is how a true sequel should be. Follow on straight after the event of the first movie. It just nearly seemed like this movie was... It nearly seemed like that this was filmed back to back. And You know, the windmill, you know, they went to the windmill and that burned down with Frankenstein presumed dead, and, you know, the monster, you know, presumed he went down with the windmill and turned out to be alive. You know, introducing the old man, you know, the old blind man. I really liked that moment of the film. I mean, he's the only one that actually nice to the monster, and the monster more learns some emotions, you know, to humanity, and it, you know, to him to speak. Like the ending of the film, like that. You know, the scene where the you can say the mad scientist, Pretorius, you know, him and two of his assistants, which is Ludwig and Carl, you know, they go down to the find a corpse, you know, to build the wife, and of course, you know, the monster's down there, and he more or less got the monster to help him. He told him, you know, I'll give you a wife. This is when, you know, Dr. Pretorius once again goes to talk to Frankenstein, you know, Henry, that he wants him to help him to create a woman, you know, but of course he refused until the creature walks in and he more demands. Of course he more refuses again. Then when Elizabeth was, you know, kidnapped, you know, have no choice to help him to create the monster, you know, the female creature for you know, Frankenstein monster. I mean, I see in previous movies, you know, young Frankenstein, how they chucked in humour, you know, into that film where they created the monster and the female, more chucked, you know, both movies into one. And well, with, you know, the Frankenstein movie from the 90s. I like how they thrown two movies into that film. This is so well made. You know, like I mentioned before, this is well written, well directed, superb cast. The directing from all of them is so good. I mean, Karloff, the monster, he had way more time in this movie. I mean, when it was in the first one. The movie more or less is, you know, near enough, you know, centered around him this time. And he got Alexis Henry. Of course, Henry comes into the story, you know, from time to time. You know, I love how these movies, you know, more focused on the monster this time. You know, how he learns, you know, humanity from the old man. You know, what friendship is. He went to talk. And basically he wants something. And I like how he basically let Henry and Elizabeth go, and he more or less kills the bride, which was just created for him, and Dr. Pretorius, you know. And that was pretty cool for a time, you know. The explosion of the lab, you know, like they're playing dynamite in it. or like a little model which they exploded in front of the camera. Good effects, very good. And I love the lab, like always, how it looked, very cool gothic style of, how things were done, how they used the lightning to bring, to feel a monster alive. To brought it alive. And like, it had Carl Gertzel, walking around how he did when he played the other, when he played, the other character in 1931 movie, how he's walking around like a hunchback, like, pretty cool. And the other guy, Lou Wick, he looks pretty crazy and all. Now he his sudden and the monster just frozen off top of the lab to his death. The creature killed 4 more people in this than the original movie. I mean, when the monster, emerges, the guy goes down, down into the burnt windmill and goes healed the first victim to Frankenstein, and the old woman, was on top of the windmill, she was thrown down, but looked like a rag doll though. No, we laugh at that. Same with Ludwig Hill was thrown off the top of the laboratory, Yeah, it was some funny moments, with Cole and Ludwig, how they walking around and stuff. But James Whale did his first movie, and he did, directed this one. Both movies are good, and I've found that if you remove the intro, because they're telling the group of 3 people at the start of the movie, so I forget who the names are, they talk about, the vents out the windmill, how the monster, seeing them died and came with Frankenstein and remove that part, cut straight to the burnout windmill. You could put the movie, get the first movie and the second movie and put them together, make one big movie. They could easily do it. Have long. Just got Frankenstein. Had the bride at the end of the movie. It just felt this is just like part 2 to Frankenstein. Because I just love how it started. How, how this movie felt like it was shot back to back. And I could easily see this movie can, placing with the original movie. They could easily do it. This is such a classic. Absolutely amazing, This movie probably really freaked people out for a time. But, this is a 1935 movie, and I find it still stands out today. Saying no movie like this can't get made it like this anymore. I'm glad I got this, on their Frankenstein pack. More of these movies I'll be reviewing over the next coming Thursdays. These are such good movies. Now to rewatchability. We tend to rewatch this. Hell yeah, this is an amazing movie. This is a pure classic, well made. I just get all that. Yeah, really recommend it. Oh yeah, to lovers who love classic horror, you know, highly recommend it. Eric and John, Jason, and Joe, and all them buy all the Cine golden classic films from the 30s, particularly Bride of Frankenstein. Yep, highly recommend it. And I love that you thought. What do you think? You like it? You like this? You know what I mean? More than Frankenstein, or you think Frankenstein better? Personally, I think this is actually better. I just love how the movie focuses on the monster. So tell me what you think. You like how the movie focuses on the monster more? Or you like the first one, how creating the monster was better? And how it goes on a rampage. Now to what I scored is. Well, no falls, nothing to hate, you know, wasn't bored, you know, exciting from start to finish, you know, well directing, well written, the cast is good, you know, everyone done a superb performance, you know, more the monster this time, you know, 10 out of 10. I can't get, you know, this is a 10-10 for me. Thank you for checking out my movie review of The Bride of Frankenstein from 1935. If you like what you see, give me a like, and if you're new to my channel, great. Join the family and subscribe to my channel. And ring, you know, click on the bell for more notifications. Yeah, more. I do reviews mostly every day. Alright, take care for now. Keep safe. Peace. Peace.